this what I'ma do. So let's.
And 2Ks. Course welcomes you to the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg. Glad to have you on board. It's Western Conference against the Eastern Conference here in Minnesota, where the Timberwolves will try to protect home court. So with Arenas on the bench, here's the 5 for Flip Saunders right now. John Wall and Kirk Heinrich in the backcourt. Gian Leon is out there with Howard and McGee. And for the Timberwolves, Michael Beasley and Kevin Love at the 4 and 5. Johnny Flynn is out there with Webster and Brewer. We'll go to Doris Burke, who moments ago spoke with head coach Flip Saunders. And Doris, what do you have to say?
Kevin, he said at their own end of the court, it's interior defense that coach thinks will be their biggest asset. With the shot blockers they have, no easy baskets is their mantra today. They want to send a few back at him, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And Clark, how often do we hear this from coaches?
A lot, Kevin. You know that. A lot of times that's all coaches want to talk about is defense. It gets you easy scoring opportunities off long misses, steals, and block shots, and get you into transition if you defend well.
Well, the number 2 overall pick back in 2008 at Kansas State, Michael Beasley. But Clark, a little trouble making the transition to the NBA.
Kevin, I'm really surprised by that, too, because he was a dominant scorer in college and a big-time rebounder, and he basically has kind of slowly gotten going in the NBA, and last season kind of ended with more of a whimper than a bang, and I wonder if he's lost some confidence as a result of that.
The shot is off, and Washington will go the other way. Here's Wall. Kept alive. Another shot. Here's E. Can't convert the layup.
With that, they find themselves missing on 4 of their first 5 shot attempts. That's not a good start. Actually, it's a bad start for them.
On offense, here are the Wizards. The Timberwolves commits an intentional foul. I'm really not certain why.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher to me. Was that a frustration foul, an angry foul? I guess the other team was getting under his skin a little bit.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Johnson comes in for Martell Webster. And Luke Ridenour subbed in for Johnny Flynn.
They switched to a 2-3 zone. The goal is to protect the middle.
Now here's Heinrich.
Make the easy pass. That's what happens when you don't.
Here's Johnson. Another miss by Minnesota.
Starting this game, nothing's going down for him.
Here's Wall. Here's Wall. He sets a pick. Here's Heinrich. Drains it from the corner. Heinrich's got his first 2 points. On defense, Washington. They lead by 4. Here's Beasley. Can't put an end to the scoring drought. Here's McGee. Takes it up. Gorgeous reverse.
What an acrobatic finish. I love the dunk, but you got to give it up for that kind of layup.
Here's Beasley. Good. And the assist goes to Ridenour.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
All with it. Johnson on him. Wall. That's good.
Boy, you got to love the way he gets himself to the rack. He knows how to keep the ball away from the defenders and lay it in.
And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. Clark, when you talk about the Washington Wizards, a team in turmoil last season.
Well, they traded away the number 5 pick trying to make a run at playoff dominance. It actually all fell apart, Kevin, due to injuries, legal troubles for Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittenton. They've got work to do.
Now here's Howard. He's guarded by Love. Heinrich outside. And yep, that falls, and the foul is called. We'll see him shoot 1 from the free throw line. And he makes the free throw. Heinrich saw his numbers drop down a touch last year, but he's been getting better and better about taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, that's important for Heinrich to grow in that area. I mean, if you made a graph of his turnovers per game, Kevin, you'd see a very steady decline. The closer in you get, the more they'll reach in for the pilfer. You got to protect the rock.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Michael Beasley has yet to live up to his selection with the number 2 pick of the 2008 draft. Former coach Eric Spoelstra said he's in good condition, but mental condition to be able to fight back after fatigue and keep focusing, concentrating, and playing hard. He's got to get better at all of these things. Guys, back to you.
Well, Doris, he's still a young player, and the talent is certainly there. It's all now about focus for Beasley. Wall with authority. Back to Heinrich's turnover numbers. As a rookie, he was just under 3, and now, last year, about 1.5 a game. Not bad at all.
Oh, that's pretty solid. And with all the coaching changes that he's endured, he's always found the floor because his coaches love the fact that he's an excellent defender. They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
Ridenour from outside. Josh Howard grabs the board. And it's Washington's ball. They're on an 18-6 run. He dumps it off. Here's Wall. And again, Washington with the triple.